barriers to a sustainable fix. One is money, obviously. Two, legal complications. Third, though, politics. The piece says apparently many Americans view it as unfair to bail people out of affordable mortgages. Then he cites Rick Santelli's now famous statement on CNBC in February of 2009. And here's the short version of that.
This is America. How many of you people want to pay for your neighbor's mortgage that has an extra bathroom and can't pay their bills? Raise their hand. How about we all? President Obama, are you listening?
Rick, the beauty of being a big part of that TV show is you get to respond. So you're up.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll say a couple of things. Here's the three barriers. Money. Okay? Does the government do anything that actually makes money? No. They collect money and they move money around. So a barrier is the 91% of people that are working. You're that barrier. The second one is the legalities. There are rules. I know GM didn't follow the rules with their bankruptcy, but there are rules. And if there's legalities, we should follow the rules. The third one I like best. The biggest barrier is politics. You know what that's code for? That's code for you, viewers. You're the politics. Think about the midterm elections. It was you. You are changing it. It's not politics, it's people, and you're not a barrier, you're the boss. And think about the Fed for a minute. Right now they have teaser rates. Well, I know that the old people can't get these teaser rates in a positive way. They're supplying the teaser rates. Let's look at it a different way. I said back in that rant in 2009, you could make rates negative and you're not going to affect housing. I think that I wasn't wrong and I wasn't mean-spirited. I was just early.
Hey, Rick, it's Gary. Good morning. You know, this makes a great point to an email that you and I were discussing that you got yesterday. Can you please share with your viewers that email and what it talks about, what I think is going to lead to Too Big to Fail Part 2?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in the end, people learn from the government. Well, you know, I like President Clinton, but he really minced his words. Then you had kids thinking it's okay to mince your words. We have governments who do things that they don't back up. They create moral hazards. You can't give people freedom and also give people guarantees. One suffers or the other suffer. But in the end, the story that we're talking about is there are people in South Florida that have emailed me because they see a dynamic where their little circle just stopped paying all their bills, but they still go to restaurants and they still spend a lot of money. And the question was directed as, how long could this last?
And Rick,
because the government has taught us we don't have to honor our debt anymore. What do you think, Gary?
And Rick, I couldn't agree with you more. I wonder the same thing. I look around and I see people driving up their personal credit card debt because they have been taught. They've been taught by the government that it's okay to pile on debt and essentially someplace, sometime, somewhere, you're going to get bailed out. And I got to believe when I read that email and we kind of had that discussion yesterday, this is, if Sorkin's going to write another book, this is going to be Too Big to Fail Part 2. When all these people say, you know what, why should we pay our debt? We've been taught by you to just let somebody else bail us out of it.
Absolutely. Gary, think about one other thing. What we learned yesterday, Bloomberg wrote a great article, and it is everywhere. Blogs, people on the floor talking about it. Not only does the money disappear and get recirculated in D.C., they now happen to have the highest average income in the country. So whether you're Occupy Wall Street or the Tea Party, doesn't matter who you are. Think about that for a minute. I don't know, it gives me a little agita when I think about it. Of course, that includes the metro area, little Virginia, little Maryland. Back to you.
Rick, thank you. We'll come back to you a little bit later, talk some Philly Fed impact and a lot more. In the meantime,